Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons systems online. All functioning systems nominal.
What is going on, guys? We're starting MW5 career playthrough today. I've been working on this for about 2 weeks now, trying to set up a career that I'm interested in jumping back into. I've played a couple careers on Twitch. I played a good bit offline with a good friend of mine and my dad, who got me into MechWarrior when I was really little. Our intent with this playthrough is going to be to hit all the major DLC kind of campaigns that they have for the career mode. So that's going to be Kestrel Lancers in 3026, Rise of Razelhag in 3031. If I am not saying that right, let me know. I feel like the game pronounces it differently every time I hear it, but and then Dragon's Gambit, which I've not played yet, in 3038, its latest DLC. And then in 3051, we're gonna kind of try to do our own little career campaign against the clans. We have a mod that should allow for us to do a 10 multi-mission. So I'm gonna try to find a multi-mission against the clans. 10 missions long. Should be awful. But by then, we're gonna have so many mechs, it's gonna be unbelievable. We are going to try to limit ourselves a little bit in terms of buying mechs. I'm gonna try to only purchase Star League relics, hero mechs, unique variants, just because I do want this to be a harder playthrough. Not impossible, of course, but and not frustrating, but tough. I want it to be tough. I like things to be a little bit on the difficult side. We're not going to be using Goblin's mech when he joins us. A free hero, Phoenix Hawk. It's so powerful, I think, in the early game. I think I will sell it and take the money for it. I will probably try to collect most of the hero mechs that are in the game. I'm also getting over a cold. Apologies for the coughing. No cold storage, cheesing. It's not that bad, but I will, if I want to sell stuff off of a mech, I will just strip it manually and then sell it instead of putting it in cold storage, selling it, and then selling the mech. I don't really like to do that. It feels weird. Cold storage is for, we're saving these mechs for a later date. I also think that we're not going to be able to store upgrades from Cantina upgrades, but we'll see. I don't think that we can. I think I had a mod for that hasn't been updated, and I think that if you do an upgrade like that to a mech, it's like a fine-tuning thing, and it should carry over from cold storage, but I'm not really worried about it. It should be a tough playthrough, but we do have a few boons. We'll go over our mods. I think I'll post an actual mod list for you guys. But just to go over it, one of the biggest boons, stacked crates. Now, I've toned down stacked crates quite a bit from its default settings so that we're not getting busted stuff really early. As a matter of fact, before I forget, I want to go in and mess with stacked crates. And I turned this on because I thought it would be cool, and then when I tested it out, I got a ton of clan weaponry that was, like, from really late in the game that I don't think that we should have at the beginning of the game. Excuse me. But yeah, so stacked crates, we're gonna be able to get some pretty decent stuff, good amount of money, decent weapons, no mechs at all from stacked crates, just weapons and equipment, with a really small chance to get a Star League cache, and then a still pretty small chance to get rare cache. I'm not sure what exactly comes in a rare cache, but yeah, 1 in 20 chance. I believe this means that caches have a 1 in 20 to be a Star League cache. I actually might lower that a little bit. And then 10% for rare. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. If we feel like we're getting too much stuff, we'll lower it down a little bit. No mechs, like I said. That's going to be one of our bigger boons. Von Biomes, of course, if you don't know, Von Biomes, amazing mod. Pilot Overhaul is going to add all the unique pilots to the game that we're going to try to collect. They have really powerful stat arrays. They can all get up to 10s in all their skills at least. And then with traits, they can get over that. Mod options, standard issue. Yet another legendary mech. We have pretty much most of the Yet Another like main suite. Next beauty is just for paints, Coyote missions. Always recommend. If you are not using Coyote's missions or Vaughn biomes, bare minimum, when you're playing MechWarrior 5, if you're new to the game or whatever, I highly recommend getting these. They flesh it out so much. Even my first playthrough of MechWarrior 5 just had those. Not even Yet Another Mech Lab, which I do highly recommend once you get a grasp of the game, but anyways, we can get into that at another point. Better mission choices. This mod is what should allow us to get up to a 10 multi-mission contract. Multi-mission contracts are the best money-making source in the game, so should be good. Also allow us for a little variance, couple extra. We can fight Comstar, which I'm hoping that we can do a 10 mission contract from Comstar versus the clans as our 30 to 51 contract, but we'll see. And we're also going to aim for that to be in a extremely high difficulty zone. Anyways, special variant, really cool. Inner Sphere mech. This is a really sick mod that adds a lot of Inner Sphere mechs that are missing from the game. I know that sounds kind of obvious, but I was really surprised by how many cool mechs there are in this one. Equipment collection adds a bunch of equipment, so not a focus on weapons. Lots of cool armors, structure upgrades, various things you can fit to your mechs to really fine-tune things. Absolutely love this mod. Scary tanks, just so we get blasted by tanks with double AC 20s and we can never kill them. Sounds like a lot of fun. Yet Another Mech Lab. Quintessential for all the Yet Another mods. Allows you to do intense tuning of mechs. If you have not played with this and you've only played regular MechWarrior 5, the Mech Lab might seem a little different to you guys when we're in there. More weapons. This one, okay, this is another boon that we're playing with. This one's weird. I was really back and forth on including it, but it's so cool. Yet Another Weapon Emporium is going to add in a lot of not so lore-friendly weapons. They should be pretty rare. A lot of them are really dated out later than we're even going to get to in the campaign. Very strong weapons, very heavy weapons, but so much fun to use. We'll see if we even get to touch on much of the stuff from this in our playthrough, but I have it included just in case, because there's some cool stuff you can get from that. Yet Another Weapon Clan for a bunch of clan weapons, bunch of clan mechs. Star map mouse over, just really useful. Simple zoom lets us zoom in a little bit more. Compatibility patch, you need this. Armor green makes it a little bit easier to know what kind of damage you're dealing with. And advanced career start is, I mean, it's just useful to have a unique start to the campaign. Now, I have started a career that we're going to be jumping into. I think maybe we'll just start a new one. I don't know. But that's pretty much it for what I wanted to go over before we jump in. We are going to be playing with this one, the Chefs, which goes back to a time before. When I used to play Arma, we had a clan called the Chefs. Oh, actually, let's go with this one. How about that? All right. So what are we starting off with here? We've got two urban mechs. We got a R63X and an R60, a Spider and a Locust. The Spider probably, I think the Spider might be the weakest one out of the crew here. I love urban mechs. You're gonna see me do a lot of shenanigans with urban mechs. Bump the cores up to 150s and get them moving and operating pretty well. They come with a pretty unique benefit of having, like, really ridiculous structure. Sorry, armor. All of their armor is buffed up significantly, okay? Which means if you strip armor on this thing, 6 tons of armor stripped right off, and it still has the armor of the other two light mechs that we have. It is a 30-tonner, so it should probably have a little bit more armor, but I mean, this is not bad for what you're dealing with. Of course, you have no rear armor. It just means that you can make this thing extremely durable, or you can cut tonnage by stripping a little bit of armor off, you know. By the way, if you guys, when I'm building mechs, you have anything you want to add, anything to contribute, feel free to, you know, leave a comment. And I definitely am going to be reading through all the comments that I get. Same thing with, like, volumes and stuff like that. You guys just let me know. It's our first YouTube playthrough, so... I don't know why these are both highlighted blue. I think something weird's going on there. We don't need the star map right now. There we go. Okay. The spider... I probably would drop two of the jump jets to throw on another medium laser. I'm starting with $3 million, so I can make some... customization. Most of that's going to be spent on engine cores to bump up the urban mechs. I would like the urban mechs to be moving at a okay speed. See, the spider and the locust are even in speed, which is not bad. One mod that I'm not using currently that I'm considering installing into the playthrough is going to be the T2 rules AI overhaul. I think that could be good. The locust, honestly, pretty solid mech. Fast as hell. Decent weaponry on it, too. The double medium lasers, double machine guns. I do like that. But it's a tiny, tiny mech. I want to fit more armor on it where we can. It's not going to fit much on it. Let's see. It's not maxed out. It's not fitting much more on there. Honestly, I could even see dropping the engine a little bit. Let's see, projected speed. Let's see, 101 is decent. We got a 4-ton. We would drop 2 tons. How much to max out the tonnage of this? Not really worried about the head so much. Max out the armor. Only 0.63 shy of being maxed out. Only a half ammo for machine guns. It's probably enough for what this thing is doing. But I can see maybe taking off one of the medium lasers. I don't know. We got to think about that a little bit. I don't have a ton of experience, so if you guys have suggestions, I'll definitely be interested in reading them. Early game is very tough. What kind of engines are we looking at here? Let's see. A 90 would bump us up to 48. I'm really thinking a 120. I think 65 kilometers per hour is probably reasonable, especially for both of the urban mechs to be running at the same speed. Now it's a 4-ton engine, up from 1.5, so we'd have to drop 2.5 tons. And what I think I would do with this guy is run quad machine guns. I think I would run quad machine guns. Maybe try to get him even faster. I mean, that's 12 tons. Here, let's strip off some of those. Strip off the lasers as well. Heat sinks. We're not going to need as much in terms of heat sinks. Let's see. This has an external heat sink requirement of 8. So if we bump up to a 5-er, a 205 is a little spooky, but we would get up to 110. I'd love to see something a little bit higher than a 140, but lower than a 200. But this one's not bad. 5 external heat sinks, huh? That's still a lot more than I would need. This is 8.5 tons. But only 2 required external heat sinks. Tons of 8 internal heat sinks. This one has what? 2. So you get the same amount of heat, but you can drop 2 tons worth of external heat. It's a weird thing, I guess. This has 2 internal heat sinks, requires 8 external. This one has 8 internal heat sinks, requires 2 external heat sinks. So I can put this on. It's 8.5 tons. This is 1.5 tons. So it's 7-ton increase. But I can strip off 2 heat sinks. I can strip off... No, I can strip off more than that. I can strip off... Normally I would have 8 on here. I would have to strip off down to... What, 4? I could drop 4. heat sinks or something. The math is there. Don't worry about it. I'm kind of leaning towards buying a 205. There's only one for sale here, though. I could do a 205 and a 140 for the other one. Maybe the 205 should go on for lasers, because it has more heat sinks. I don't know. I'd rather that be on the... Let's just try it. That'd be fun. All right, and then we can drop the heat sinks down to 2, right? Yeah, we need one more external heat sink. Jump jets on the urban mech. I don't know if that'll be necessary. We'll see if we can fit it. And then I want to put 4 machine guns on here. And then what'll it look like if we max the armor? And then we have plenty of space. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, another rule. And I'm going to try to remember this. I might accidentally press the key for it. That I don't want to use thermals or night vision until I get... I think it's sensor upgrades. Enhanced IR and thermals. It's weird that even Primitive has that. But I think thermals are really strong. And it feels to me like it should be something that you upgrade into. I think I'm just going to throw 3 tons. 2 tons might be enough. And then we could put the jump jets on. It was this one, yeah. Half a ton? I mean, I could do a half ammo. Well, they're selling double ammo, so... Let me get one of those. Yeah. That's 13,000. We still have half a ton left. I don't know what I would do. We're not at the point where we have access to any cool equipment yet. I could put another jump jet on. Let's do that. I think that's fine. We're a 0.06 tonnage under. And quad machine guns should rip a good bit. Now, I think there was a nerf to machine guns recently. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. For our other urban mech, we're rocking... He's got an AC-10. Now, he could have the quad machine guns in one arm. I'd rather not do that. So if we bump you up to... What were we thinking, 140? Tonnage goes over dramatically. And drop 3. I think we drop 1 more. No, we got our 5 up there. Okay. AC-10 is a little much for this little guy. What do you have for a 5? 5er is going to be 8 tons. See, we could fit the 5 on. Take that off. Put on 2 tons of ammo. For the AC-5. We'd only have the AC-5 then, which I don't really love. What's the weight on the AC-2? Double AC-2s would put us over, I believe. I don't want to go lower than an AC-5. 1 ton of ammo. I feel like the AI would just spit that ammo right out. AC-2. Only 2 tons lighter. I feel like it's just not worth it to drop down to the AC-2. I don't really like AC-2s. They don't have any rifles. They have a sniper artillery for sale, which... artillery is amazing, but... We're okay. I think we'll be fine. Let's rock AC-5. Should probably throw a medium laser on here. Pardon me. Yeah, we got nothing there. We could strip the jump jets off here and do double medium lasers. Or we can do 1 medium laser and an extra bin of ammo. You should really... I mean, 1 ton... 1 ton of ammo... it doesn't feel good to only go with 1 ton of ammo, but I really want the extra medium lasers. Alternatively, we can go the other direction and put a PPC on this arm and maybe machine guns over here. No, that's not what I want. But double medium lasers and an AC-5. I could even give this guy the BF. Might not be a terrible idea. It'd be fun. I use the burst fires while I'll still tolerate them. I don't love them, but it'd be fun to try them out. We want to do a little bit of experimenting in this playthrough as well. Sensor's primitive. Sensor range minus 20%. That's amazing. Wow. This should be... I would consider this an upgrade. Speed. It's a tolerable mech now. No jump jets. A little bit more of a ranged DPS dealer. Medium lasers, man. I don't know, I could see going in the direction of the PPC instead. It's actually cool that we start with a couple PPCs. Or we start with one. If we lose that PPC, then we'd have to switch to this config. I think we're okay. I think this will be fine. I will be indecisive at times. Alright, this one, honestly... Drop the flamer. Throw 2 medium lasers in there. Medium lasers, I freaking love medium lasers. I will... My favorite mech is the Black Knight. Probably the 6B. And I go all in on medium lasers and then medium pulse lasers when we can fit 1 million of them on there. This will be our scouting mech. So I'm okay with having more jump jets on this thing. Trip medium lasers is fine. And then to get a large laser on here would be... I don't know, that might be a little much. I'm okay with bumping up to this. Especially, an AI is probably going to be using this. You know, we need to probably... There's a situation we need to deal with here. But a little bit of armor. I think that'll be fine. CT is still not maxed out here. Strip off 1 more jump jet. Man. We need 1 external. Lower here a little bit. And let's try to get this up to 10. Bump that up a little bit. That's rough, man. This is a... We're going to want to replace the spider very quickly, I think. The Locust, there's not much I would change about this one. I mean, it's a 20-tonner, fast as hell. Double machine guns, double medium lasers. I honestly think that this is fine. 4 external is required for this. Yeah, I don't think I would change this right now. So we spent 2.5 million, mostly on making the urban mechs badasses, but... Yeah. No, this is fine. 38 days. We're going to pay out 100,000 before we even take our first contract. I think this will be fine. I'm going to save a lot. Beginning. Days elapsed. -14. Interesting. And now we are, if I'm not mistaken... what's the timeline? 3015. So 3026 is... We have to be ready with a formidable... What? 3 lances worth of mechs, probably in the heavy to assault range for the first campaign. And the beginning of the game is very tough, so... So he wants us to reach stage 4, I believe, and he'll, let us access cantinas, I believe. And we're starting in Lee. And to think about how the map evolves over time, I don't love the idea of grinding through Davian. First off, we have to go to a whole nother place. We have to go probably down here to start. Alternatively, we can go to the far galactic east of the area. Because we're starting off near pretty high difficulty areas. Endgame recon, let's go for it, man. Yeah, I think we're going to try to spend a good bit of money. We could actually sell probably some LRMs. Sell a couple 5s. Just to get us where we're going. Sell them PPC, but I don't really want to. We'll sell 2 of the BFs. We have an AC-10. We'll sell 1 of the AC-10s, and that should be enough to get us to a place that is a decent start. By the way, if you guys have no interest in seeing, like, the Mech Lab stuff, let me know. I might consider just cutting the Mech Lab content from the videos if you just want to see missions and the overview of what the mechs are when they're done. I will get faster at building mechs as time goes on. I also like to do meme builds sometimes. We could jump to McHenry, and then, honestly, getting up here is decent. Also, I won't pick up that free Wolverine from Valentina until much later in the campaign, I think. Maybe if I really need to fill out 1 more mech before our first campaign, I might hit up Valentina for the SLDF Wolverine that you get up there. But yeah, I think we're just going to start moving northeast. This is a $300,000 jump because it's going to take us for our first builds. If you have not played Yet Another Mech Lab in a while, they added something really, really cool focused on the Leopard. And that is Leopard upgrades, which they're still working on balancing out a little bit. The big thing we need to be concerned about is the mech bay. Basically, you get points to upgrade the Leopard from doing Cantina jobs, which is really cool, to add in that extra layer. So we have to do Cantina jobs to get points to unlock features. This is kind of a mandatory thing you have to do down here, which is unlocking clamps, or high-pressure hydraulics, platform upgrades, so that we can actually fit higher tonnage mechs into the different slots. Now, slot 1 of the mech bay there's no tonnage limit for it. But in order to get over the, I don't know what our limit is right now. I think 35 tons is our limit. Right? So we can only go up to light mechs, I believe. Except for our first slot, we can do a medium mech. And then we unlock all the medium mechs, all the heavy mechs, all the assault mechs. And then apparently this one, I don't really know what this means. Removes tonnage restriction from all mech bays. But if they can all go up to 100, maybe that's for other mods that have super heavy mechs. I'm not sure. Removes the tonnage restriction from all mech bays. I'm not sure what that is. But there is some other cool stuff out here. We're going to try to get this pretty quick, too. Number of salvageable partial mech parts by 15%. So we should see more pieces of mechs. We're using version 2 of salvage. So instead of getting whole mechs, we have to find 5 pieces of a mech. I think 3 minimal. 3 minimal plus other variants, or 5 of the same variant to put a mech together. Best bits. State of assembled mechs, 5% better. Chance of salvaging equipment by 20%. That'll be a good one, too. This whole salvage crew thing, salvage is the name of the game, man. So that's going to be where we're going to focus on upgrading. Travel seems interesting. The mech lab upgrades themselves are also pretty cool. Repairs are cheaper and faster. Armor repair time is faster. Let's see. Requires material advancement. Repairs are an additional 30% cheaper and 10% faster. I mean, that's awesome. So that'd be a 40% cheaper repairs. We want to try to get that by the campaigns because they give you very little time to fix up your mechs between missions. Advanced workshop, yeah. Field repairs are 10% faster, cheaper and faster. Field repairs. Maybe that's just when you're in a conflict zone. Conflict, jury rig. That makes sense. Reduces mech upkeep by 10%. Yeah, I mean, this takes a lot of points to get into this stuff. There's political stuff so that you can just... I think these are repeatable. Yeah, these can be used repeatedly, so you can just boost relations with certain factions. Standing with Comstar. Interesting. I don't see the clans here. How do I boost my clan relations? We're not going to be doing that. The clans are not going to like us. But we're going to love their mechs. Human resources. Oh, it's all about pilots down here. This has to do with the market, I suppose. Discount on purchasing weapons. 10%. So if you ever think that you would spend, what, 10.5 million? Or, what, 15 million, rather? This would be worth it. You will probably spend 15 million credits on weaponry. 10% discount on purchasing equipment, yeah. 10% on purchasing mechs, I mean, that's, like, that's a mech right there. Finding rare items. I guess on trade hubs, I guess? I don't know. That's a weird one. Know a broker. Can get things others can't. Him and his network of traders always have something scraped from the scrap heap or dug out of a forgotten bin. Either way, can't go wrong since there's not too many floating around these days. Okay. And then black market. This is how we access the black market, which I never found the black market to be particularly valuable, so. Penalties for dropping too many tons on the battlefield are reduced. That's nice, actually. That's nice for things like resource recovery missions. Rare longbow for sale here. I haven't even played with a longbow yet. This is a rare one. The longbow, ow. Interesting. Missile platform, lock-on time, and heat generation reduction. Very nice. I wonder if there's a yet another variant for an arrow longbow. Be like an actual bow. Let's see, up here would be a 5 to 8. What's our tonnage? We've got a 30, 30, 90, 110 tons is what we're bringing to the battlefield. We're gonna keep moving, I think. How much will it take to jump here? 400,000. 250,000 to jump here. We might get lucky. And there might be a conflict zone to the east that is low level. It's funny because the way that I feel that it starts is you start with nothing. You can do a couple refits to your mechs and then that's it. A rare hunchback, huh? Beautiful. I just love looking at him, man. It's actually a cool hunchback. Please be low level. Okay, not bad. About double the tonnage. Than what I have to offer. There's a 175 here, objective raid versus pirates on behalf of Davian. I'm not so against working for Davian. So eventually Davian and Steiner merge and your reputation gets reset to 0. I'd rather work with Kirita. Merrick's cool too. Merrick's weird, man. Back when I played MechWarrior 4, I didn't even know of House Merrick. I never even heard of him. I don't know. The lore is something I try to keep up on, but I don't know. Maybe we can try this. There was 170 objective raid against pirates. We might be able to do that to pay for our travels. Bills paid. And there's an exploration quest here. And these are really nice. I love the exploration quests. Great way of getting good equipment. Tons of money sometimes. Transmissions. Resource mission. Ooh, let's look at the contracts. How about that? We know how contracts work. Difficulty 28. It might be a little much for us. Dual pillage. Yeah, I think we could definitely run a pillage, and we have to do something here because we're running out of cash. Save the game up. Beginning. Let's run this pillage here. I'm not so worried about salvage right now. I don't know. What are we going to get, maybe, for salvage points? 11? We might be able to salvage, like, an LRM and sell it for more than we would make from the mission. So, yeah, man, let's give it a shot here.
Weather conditions in the area will restrict visibility.
I definitely want to use the quad machine gun urban mech, going 110. This guy's going to be lagging behind a little bit, but he's bringing an AC5 burst fire to the battlefield. Triple medium lasers, double medium lasers, double machine guns. We're a machine gun and medium laser squad, backed up with an AC5. Got Jinx, Santiago, Leon Freeman. I might do a little bit of messing with the pilots off screen, doing this in the next video or something, because I would like them to be the Mech Commander Gold or Mech Commander 2 pilots.
We've been hired to raid for supplies.
Okay, that's pretty good. Good description. Throw on our lights. All right, yeah, we'll try to sweep up north, go west, hit and run. Here, we can set that there. We don't need it there. We have a little bit of jump jets just to navigate over some terrain. Sometimes with Von Biomes, it's a good idea just to fit one jump jet on a mech, just to deal with heavier rocks. Let's slow down a little bit so we can keep pace with our other urban mechs. 75. Hope we find some good cargo. And please no medium mechs right out the gate.
Target down.
Just give us a little baby mechs.
Hailing frequencies open.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
I love quad machine guns. Machine guns are really good. Start to stack them up a lot. A lot of weapons, a lot of the smaller weapons, once you stack up, maybe four more of them. So let's take cover for a second. That thing has to die. SRM-40 carrier.
Target acquired.
Ooh. Yeah, I need everybody back over here. Who's this hanging out? The spider? The spider is probably gonna bite it, man. Very good. You're shooting right into the rocks. We need to close in sub 260 here. Nice, that was very good. There is another SRM carrier out there.
Commander's target is now priority.
Oh, there's nothing but tanks. Oops, all tanks.
Target acquired.
This guy's gotta go too. AC5.
On the commander's target. Lost a component.
Who's that? Lena? Santiago, go over here.
Target acquired.
Very good.
Target destroyed.
Alright, these helicopters gotta go too. But it's not really something I can deal with.
Target
They're a
acquired.
little high. Well, maybe not. Alright, over here, guys. What's our status here? Urban mech. Urban mech's cruising, man. I might have a squad of urban mechs.
Complete. Waiting for orders, Commander.
Alright,
Designated position.
Locust's not looking good, man. Oop.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
What is this? We do have a tank over there.
On you, Commander.
I think I'm gonna leave the Locust at this location
Moving, Commander.
and move to the next one without it. I don't want to lose it.
Target acquired.
That's
You'll be
a
able to pick up
Scorpion.
the salvage crate
I
and
also
approach it.
increased the size of the light
Ready
pillars.
to start pickup operation.
They're a little, they're noticeable.
Target destroyed.
Is that all the loot up here? I don't think so, right? Looks like it, though. Yeah, let's move on down.
Target
What do we got?
acquired.
LRM-10 VTOL, huh? That's,
We're on your target, Commander.
obnoxious crew here. 260 is the minimum. Or maximum range we can operate at. And there is a AC or an AC over there. I played a little Armored Core recently. There's a mech over there we don't really want to deal with. Alright.
There's no way to get there, Commander.
You're okay, man. Just get up there and hold fire, would you? Right there. Spider's actually doing pretty good. Right, that is a Jenner. Jenner wouldn't be a terrible addition to our early lineup. But I'm mostly here to sell stuff. What is that? SRM-20 carrier. That's a little spooky too.
At requested location.
It's easy to run around in circles with the urban mech because it has the full 360 trash can view. Please be gentle, don't shoot, thank you.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Nice, very good, very good. How's that spider looking? Spider's a little, ooh, front center torso is a little gibbed. All right, seems like it's a urban mech job. You go there, you go there.
Weapons free.
Weapons free though, because I don't want these guys to be not fighting, which means it's just me and Jinx going to town at the next point. Urban mechs are so good. I love them. I might just buy a couple urban mechs in the early game and rock those. Ammo wise, we're also cruising. We do have to slow down for him though. And he's not gonna be able to get over this because I think I removed his jump jets. Is that correct? Not you. Not you. You.
Holding an nav point.
Yeah.
At requested position, Commander.
Target
Nice.
destroyed.
Back to our Irby. They're still hanging. This guy's on us. Move through this way. Yeah, the quad machine guns really shine at destroying bases, and I feel like stripping mechs armors. They're not very good against tanks. J. Edgar over there.
Javelin.
Javelin, double SRM-6s, huh? Let's try to get over here.
Target acquired.
Quad small laser turret. Wow.
Target destroyed.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
Very good.
Yeah, nailed him.
Alright, let's take down this Javelin. Apparently got lit up already, too. Those sparks flying off of it. What are you doing? Appreciate you giving that to me. Strange. Alright. Form on me. Let's attack the main base here.
Target acquired.
Oh, this is a armored one here. Tanks are nothing to mess with, man. That's 50 tons right there. Of tread, armor, 2 medium lasers, and a hatred for everything with 2 legs. SRM-2? Sorry, SRM-6 and an AC-2. That's a classic. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me. There we go. Let him finish it off. All right.
You must be getting
So this should be it.
All objectives
Nice,
destroyed.
very nice.
We are inbound on marked evac point.
We did not lose those other two mechs, and I don't think they lost weapons either. They lost a hand. Well, fine. These are also hit scan, by the way. They just hit wherever you're looking. You don't have to actually aim those tracers.
Dropship
Nice.
approach, Commander. Prepare for extraction.
Very nice. What do we got there?
Acquired.
SRMs on a helicopter, not that threatening. That is it. That's our maiden voyage there. LRM 40? Okay. That's coming from yet another Weapon Emporium. What a find. A couple Guardian ECMs too. We got very lucky. One of those caches we found was Lost Tech. Maybe I will lower the... that's a 5% chance to find these, by the way. Huh. We'll take it. A couple extra goodies to start the campaign. Could go a little bit in on Javelin parts. See, 2 Javelin parts is worth 500,000. Could sell the Jenner part as well. You know, pick up the Jenner. I'm really mostly concerned with money here. So yeah, a lot of really terrible medium lasers. You can also upgrade weapons, which we might get into a little bit later when we have the funds for it. But yeah, we'll pick up those and an LRM 10. That should be enough to sell. That's 1.3 million salvage cost, salvage value. Should be able to sell these and probably the LRM 40 because that's just ridiculous. 4 of them? Okay, well, all right. We'll see. If Weapon Emporium gets out of control, we might disable it and reintroduce it later. Holy crap. What do we got here? Let's go to ballistics. Not ballistics, missiles. Yeah, we got a bunch of these. We're gonna sell 3 of them. I think that's fair. They're very heavy, by the way. I mean, they're not going on easy. I think it said they were 20 tons. But we did get those Guardian ECMs as well, which is pretty good. I don't know if ECM stacks, like if you have multiple mechs with ECM, if it stacks, but... And then Armor Pharaoh, also pretty good to get. I think that was a nice start. But that's going to be it for our first episode. Expect more missions per episode going forward. But if you enjoyed this, stop back. We're going to try to get at least an episode up a week at bare minimum, just to start things off. But I'll probably start pumping out the episodes a good bit. But thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys have a lovely day. And I'll see you in the next episode when we try to get to a little bit more reasonable territory.